Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. BTM here, bringing you to our next part of our Civilization 5 match with America. This part will probably be matches turn 61 through 90. In the last video, we kind of looked for Mount Sinai, but didn't realize it was down here. We got our lovely city of New York founded, and we blocked off, hopefully, London from coming to our side of the world so we can settle this very fertile valley. In this episode, we're going to look to further expand our influence in this valley, start developing some of these awesome resources around our city with the worker we have about to come out, and we're going to explore a little bit down here to Mount Sinai and kind of figure out a game plan, considering that we do not appear to be threatened at all by anybody in the world, so we want to really take advantage of the fact that we are not in danger. As you can see by score, we are completely even, middle of the pack, maybe slightly on the bottom half, and that is not cool. We did get our technology, the wheel research, which is excellent. We can now build water mills, which is going to be a really beneficial resource for Washington and New York, since they're both on rivers. In fact, I'm going to actually start producing a water mill right now with Washington, and probably once we get the granary from New York, we're going to look to getting that done as well. Next technology we want to go through, we do have jungle and forest, as we mentioned previously. We need to get bronze working out quickly. I ended up, I believe, going for I went for the wheel because I wanted to get water mills out, but now there's no excuse. Now that I am starting to get workers on the field, we need to start exploiting the advantage of the resources we have in order to keep up in this world. As you can see, though, getting that technology did put us a lot farther ahead. Did put us further ahead. How about that? Getting a technology put us further ahead and allowed us to actually kind of spring up on the list a little bit, which is fantastic, which is very clear that our technological prowess is going to be beneficial. London size 5, I don't know how accurate that is, and what I'm doing here is I'm looking around Mount Sinai and seeing if it's possible or probable to utilize the city. There's ocean here, which is interesting. You know, it is a natural wonder, and 8 faith is a lot, so I am just kind of curious looking around. Unfortunately, there's a lot of desert here. Floodplains, though, you know what? These are all floodplains and plains. So it is possible that we could put a city down there if we could get it to use Sinai. Maybe we put it on this hill or on these floodplains specifically. And I just saw somebody. Okay, that was Darius, though. That was the Persians. Oh, whoa, look. What's down here? Is this the Persians' home city? We can't tell because we've only seen the perimeter of their city, but hopefully we'll get a little bit of a closer look with our scouts. By the way, normally in this game, I do not like to trade embassies with... Yep, okay, so that's the capital of the Persians. Normally in this game, though, by the way, I do not like to trade cities with, or embassies with players for this reason. She wants to trade me an embassy, but all that really does is that just reveals to her where I am, and I don't want them to know exactly where I am. It does limit the computer, believe it or not, to have to scout for you and look at Elizabeth. Elizabeth is having a little bit of a hard time. That is kind of interesting. Now, one thing I do like to do in Civ 5 is I like to click on their home cities. I've been playing too much Age of Empires. I need to stop saying home cities. I like clicking on their capital cities, clicking trade, and then clicking on their city tab so I can just see what cities they have. We both have a size 2 city. They have a Pas Argade, and I have a New York. I like the name of my city better. It's a little bit less of a mouthful, and it's easier to spell, but we're not going to judge them. Kudos to them for having a city. New York's growing, and I think we're going to be looking to get another settler out pretty quickly, so we need to start figuring out where we'd want to put that third settler. Okay, and here's his second city. Now, looking at these two mountains, a city right here might not be bad in terms of having a choke point surrounding it and utilizing resources. However, being that close to Persia is very likely to piss them off, so that's something we have to kind of consider. You know, do we want to risk frustrating them? Oh, wow, okay, and we met somebody else. We met, I don't know wow, I don't know how I got into that mode. There we go. We met Songhai. Which is cool. This is interesting, though, because there's 3 cities here. So if we put a city here, theoretically, it would really piss him off, but it'd be really defendable. On the downside, we'd directly be going to war very quickly, I think, and there wouldn't be anything we could do about it. At the same time, though, we'd really curb his expansion attempts. However, that would be very isolated from our capital. On the plus side, though, if we put a city here, and I am seriously contemplating this, guys, we would, oh man, we really would kind of cut him off from the rest of the world in terms of just travel and land. Although we did talk about our city up here, and with marble and stone, I think that's still a very, very good choice. So we're probably going to look to do that. And it's Jerusalem. Excellent. Another religious city. We're in like the religious corner of the world. We're in the Middle East. Interesting. We're not the most religious society ever. And we're going to go, I think, mathematics. Let's actually take a quick look at our tech tree. My favorite wonder in the game is a hanging garden. So +6 food does such amazing things for your capital that it's ridiculous. So I'm going to hopefully get the hanging gardens built and get access to the or I'm going to research mathematics and hopefully get access to the hanging gardens. That would be my hope. I simply just love the hanging gardens. And as usual, I'm one of the least progressive people in the world. We're America, we're backwards, which is kind of ironic because in the real world, America's used to be, at least. I don't want to comment now. We used to be fairly progressive, so that's kind of interesting. And let's actually work on harvesting these bananas. And that's China nearby. That's lovely. You know, we're going to work on getting another settler. Because Washington's fairly grown, it's got a pretty good production, I'm actually going to focus on getting 1, maybe 2 more settlers out on the map. Let's see, there's spices nearby, is there? There's bananas, sugar. Oh, there's sugar. Do we have access to sugar in our city? Anywhere else? No, we do not have access to sugar anywhere else, so this sugar is important. And considering that there's cattle and spices right here, I'm thinking put it on this jungle right there as a city is a good spot for it. It'll get the advantage of being on a river, so we can get a water mill, and it'll be near this lake, which is a good resource. They'll have the mountains to kind of continue our natural barrier thing going on. Alright, that'll be where we're going to go, I think, for our next city. So let's keep looking to that. And let's actually explore up here a little bit. And this is kind of interesting just in terms of the world. We're kind of cut off from everybody if you look at it. This is kind of, at least in my eyes, intriguing. You know, Elizabeth is over here cutting us off from the world, although we could go down to the south, and actually that's probably where we should explore now. We could come down here and try to look, but Elizabeth is cutting us off to the west, city-states, and apparently just the end of the continents cutting us off to the northwest. Elizabeth cutting us off to the east. Northwest is cut off, and the south west is cut off by Darius of the Persians, and that's kind of a little bit convoluted. I'm not going to try to say that 5 times fast or even 1 more time fast because I didn't do a good job of it the first time around. Fortunately, though, New York is growing quickly. We're going to probably want to buy a worker here ASAP so we can get access to that cotton. In fact, let's see. Can we purchase a worker yet? 420 gold. We're not there yet. I'm kind of loath, considering we're only at 1 happiness, to put down a city immediately. I really don't want to get a happiness modifier or penalty right now. Fortunately, though, it does look like China's kind of taking care of that little bit of a enemy archer problem we have, but we are going to move our archer in the area just to kind of secure this area, considering that we, 1, are looking to put a city there, and 2, I do have that worker right there. And Askea wants me to give him an embassy, but I'm definitely not going to do that. That's stupid. And Wittenberg's being attacked by Askea. Oh, but Wittenberg's up here. Now, this is really interesting, guys. Wittenberg, location-wise, is up here. So does that mean Askea, does this continent continue this way? That's actually a pretty logical assumption to assume right now. And I don't want to complain, but this is now kind of scaring me. If I have enemies on all sides and the CPU is on a higher difficulty, that could actually put me in a little bit of trouble. We do have a slight advantage, natural wall on the right side of us, but the left side's pretty stinking open, and that could be problematic down the road for us. We are going to set our scout to heal. And are you on rough terrain? We're going to give you a bonus over open terrain, I think, because we are in open terrain. And hopefully we're going to be able to start killing you. There we go. Now we're going to get that settler out pretty quickly, but we're not going to get that settler out before we run out of happiness. And that's less than ideal, unfortunately. But I think we might just bite the... I don't know. I really want to get New York developed too as well. You know, we might just hold on to the settler for a little bit and not put it up as quickly as we could. And sweet, the scout gets a bonus. We're going to give him +5 health healed per turn outside of friendly territory and plus 25% defense. I think that works for me. And we are going to decimate the enemy archers with our own archers, and we're going to continue on our merry way scouting with our scout, who will now recover a little bit of health each turn, which is fantastic. And I think we're going to actually hold on to the settler just for a little bit. And I'm kind of getting worried. Our area in the world, which seemed like a really open, peaceful valley, now kind of seems a little bit hemmed in and small. Not an ideal situation to be in. And there's a barbarian encampment. Okay, we're going to get our own archer, actually, I think, in the territory as fast as possible. And there's luxury resources right here, too, though. And bananas. That's marble. I want this city, though, too. Oh, they're even telling me to build a city there. Yeah, I'm just going to go for it and build a city now. That's probably not the smartest decision. And I think right now we're going to work on getting another worker out. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And we should probably buy another worker up here and get it on the cotton as soon as possible. So we'll do that hopefully right now. I don't remember, unfortunately. Was it 450 gold or 405 purchase? 420 gold, never mind. So we're not going to be able to get a worker just yet. But we can get another policy, which will give us a worker, which is fabulous. We needed more workers to work our lovely empire. Meanwhile, this archer is going to stay in this region, I think, to kind of protect it while we get this settler on its merry way. And nothing super exciting happening in the world yet. Scouts, we got to get that city up. Okay, so Skia is no longer at war. Somebody founded a religion. That's great. I don't have time for religions in my city at the moment. Our people are doing quite fine right now. And this is really interesting. Another great junction. Lots of good resources. That's a lot of bananas. Another city-state. Wow, we're really like in this really crammed area. Wittenberg no longer needs your attack or needs your assistance. Right. Okay, well let's kind of step back here for a second and let's see what's going on. Here's what I see. I see 5 city-states surrounding us. I see potentially aggressive neighbors in both Elizabeth and Darius, with also potentially Russia lurking out somewhere over here and Songhai lurking somewhere over there. I also see a plethora of luxury resources which we aren't utilizing yet that we need to start utilizing immediately. And I also see that we're going to have a negative happiness modifier. Now, due to the size of our capital, I do think that we can withstand any immediate attack pressure on Washington or even any of our other cities and get units out quickly. But I do recognize that we're going to need to get a 4th city after our 3rd one's built pretty quickly. And we're going to need to oh man, there's a Skia coming right now. This is interesting. We're going to need to get a 4th city out pretty quickly, I think, and we're going to need to get roads in order to bolster defense from our 3 cities. And I think he's coming to attack me. This is less than ideal. And oh man, okay, well here's what you do when you know you're about to be attacked. The first thing you do is you plant a city. Boston, excellent. Okay. Second thing you do when you're about to be attacked, you don't play around. You go immediately into war mode, and that's what we're going to do here. We're going to actually start making archers from our capital, and we're going to actually. Damn it! I just purchased that worker. Crap. Okay. Oh man, that's the 3rd time I've cussed in one of my videos. Oh man, I really wanted to. I really did not want to have bought that worker. That is for sure. There's a barbarian encampment there, and you're vulnerable to being grabbed. Great. So we can't do anything here. Askia's closing in. Boston's in a little bit of trouble. Only have 1 archer on the field. Can't afford another because we just unfortunately bought that worker. And I'm just waiting right now. Any moment now, Askia's going to declare war on me. Oh, this does not make me happy. Let's actually get this worker down south. Okay, we're in the classical era. That's great. Yuck, 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 yuck. Let's actually get this worker down here to our capital in case it's going to be attacked. We're going to work on developing our capital. Next, let's work on getting writing up so we can. Yeah, is writing the right choice? Let's take a quick look at our tech tree here. Sailing, we're not really sailing or using the water. Writing allows us to get science. Trapping allows us to get circuses and camps. Horseback riding, engineering, construction allows us to get better bowmen. I think we're going to have to go with better bowmen. Considering the amount of danger we're likely going to be in very, very soon, I think composite bowmen would be a better choice. and this really makes me uneasy. Maybe they're coming to kill that camp for me. That's quite possible. Maybe that's just leftovers from his army that was attacking up north. Again, possible, but does not make me feel good, that is for sure. And now I have a negative happiness modifier. Fortunately, we do have people working on luxury resources. However, the cotton I thought we were going to have people working on is not being worked on right now. And oh my gosh, those archers and those warriors are really making me nervous. But we're going to have to kind of hold steady, I think, at this point and be smart. You know, I guess the worst thing you can do in this game is overreact and panic, which I clearly just did about 5 minutes ago. You know what? Let's actually send this guy down to Boston, and we'll have him work on resources there. Yeah, that's a good choice. He can go to Boston and start working on the sugar and the cattle and stuff like that. And he wants to declare friendship. Yes. You know what? He's a... oh my, he's going to backstab me, though, this turn. It's so obvious. Oh man, this is I'm kind of tense a little bit, guys, you know. Oh man, and we're at turn 91. You know what? We're going to play to turn 100 then, just cuz it's Friday and we can. Yeah, let's get you. Oh man. We have archers on the way though to protect our cities, which is good. 6 units around New York. Well, I'll be darned. I don't know if New York's going to make it. Yeah, we're going to be in some pretty big trouble pretty soon, I think. Let's actually work on getting those spices. Let's get you to there. Yeah, I'd be unhappy too, guys. I'd be unhappy too. Let's get you hopefully to New York quickly. And I really want to build the Hanging Gardens, but I have no choice right now but to make archers. But with that many military units on my horizon, I simply just have to start massing my own military. There's no choice. Because the downside is if I don't and I lose, then I get absolutely killed. And dang it! What? He captured my worker. Oh my goodness. This has just gone from bad to worse. It's a huge loss of productivity. I don't have military at the moment to spare trying to get it back. I mean, I could send an archer, but I can't really afford to right now. I need to, and that means there's a camp down there again. Oh, it's that camp still. Dang it. Okay, we're gonna march you right. He can't capture 2 workers, can he? Well, if he captures 2 workers, then the joke's on us and we're complete idiots. So we're going to see how this goes right now. If he can capture 2 workers. And if he does, we're going to probably just cry ourselves to sleep at the end of this episode. Oh man, that's really, really stressful. Now I'm seeing ourselves in a world of trouble. We're likely going to lose New York or die trying. We lost a worker to a barbarian that we can't really afford to replace at the moment because we're trying to get all these important luxury resources, and we cannot necessarily afford to be in this kind of situation where we're losing workers. On the bright side, we did discover natural wonder, and what natural wonder is this? This is a wealthy natural wonder. Let's take a closer look at this on our next turn. This would be a natural wonder worth working. It gives out 10 gold. Okay, and he's marching away to another city? What's going on? He's making me extremely nervous, actually. And, oh my gosh, losing that worker is really frustrating me. Yeah, we're going to have to go park this archer, I think, up at New York, and then we're going to leave other archers parked in other cities. And, yeah, we're in a little bit of trouble, that's for sure. We met Milan, and what is this? This is like a giant mountain of gemstones. That's pretty cool. I've never actually heard of the Cerro de Potsoi. It's probably Spanish, but I don't know how to pronounce it. And oop, look, there's somebody down there. That's Russia. You can tell by the colors. So Russia was as we suspected down there, which is less than ideal. We're just gonna put you on alert mode, and this sucks. We put New York here to kind of take advantage of these luxury resources, and we haven't been able to utilize a single one, and that is less than ideal. And why is this archer only moving 1 space at a time? It should be able to move more, or the scout, I mean. Okay, we are going to get another archer from Washington, though. We're going to send this archer down south. We got to go after that barbarian encampment, I think. And let's start working on workers. Oh, or should we go to the Hanging Gardens, though? It's going to take us 21 turns to build the Hanging Gardens. Now, if we go Citizen Management to a Production Focus, see what that does for us. Still 29 turns. Food Focus. Yeah, it doesn't actually change anything. Let's actually work then on... Let's work on more workers. I know that we're in trouble, but I think with 3 archers and gold, I think we can probably be fine. Okay, so 1. Why are we out of move? We only moved 1. This is really interesting. I don't know why it's not letting me move more, and that's now frustrating me as well. Not to mention that freaking Askia is just marching units all around our world for no good reason. Oh, now you can move too. That's great. Oh, man, I'm sorry for raging, guys. I am just really kind of frustrated at the moment with losing that villager and worried about being attacked. I've actually lost quite a few Civilization 5 games by the computer just backstabbing you. So I'm not 100% thrilled. And, oh, yuck. That does not look lovely. On the bright side, though, we are going to get another archer in New York. And then after that, I think we'll work on just normal production up there. Let's actually work on our water mill again, and we'll put that archer on this hill. Okay, and New York now is fairly safe with 3 archers in the region. I don't see New York being in any trouble, to be honest. And now we're going to kind of march forward and down a little bit with an archer by Boston and Washington, and hopefully capture back that villager and deal with Askia, who is on the verge of assaulting us. And I'm sorry about that today's a little bit longer. I totally went past the video mark that I intended to. But, what? Wait, is my villager unguarded? Oh, my villager, I think, is unguarded. We might be able to just walk in and capture my villager in the next video. How awesome would that be? Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a little bit of a longer episode today, but it's Friday, last video of the week, so perhaps it's not a bad thing to be a little bit on the longer side. I hope you guys thoroughly enjoyed it, and I look forward to resuming uploading again on Monday. Thank you guys, and good luck, and until next time, good luck and happy hunting.